Assalamu alaikum baɗigol ngam ɓe kontommin yalon ko alɓe jiwer wala nin atol men fanan albinala jiwer wala ñato to mandinke ngal bi konto ininkelen alto wala nin al konto wala na programme o fali ñamal rek minala programme wala amadou ba barka bake pour kananan kakaca kulla min yalan kiɓe kere nin ka kuɗo adresse jam kelebati binala bichila be askeno be mo fana sotla na me be join afro Gambia and UPP last youth president aji suwane na program join na kala den discourse mo ye maybe hearing ito la plan soto ko den ni adila ala me ano kala ko welcome no me ano ko pa ni be diaspora even jamal aten andong ngalo ko plan be kere to be jamal fan aten so wokamala be haji sumane so la jam donc atla apan na nyaatu nga yakko be wol plan kan ne kaji ko be mun kala mun plan kan ko pasinana en ko honorable Swane di be jibe wala sign ni se request ni se se join na de ni di happen then isina saka ala baraka bake men be jibe wala ni men fana yalo ko albina la jibe wala be kon don kew mom moti je hani men yalo ko bolel fon albina la jibe wala no fon kon don sako adol men yalo ko albe jibe wala at this particular moment across the platform so mo be jibe wala ta ni sabi bi lafaka men ka jam aliaje na topikolu na melukije wala mo nyinti ko ning ko boita wol men yalo ke be kering menu manyan na kake alingi nimba condemn langa ni condemn bari wol mi yalo ko kufla muri yata e manke kunyi mati ning mem funtita alinga deng na condemn e bajala ning do fana funtita nan sama wala ka sone ya province of nantale na condemn no bari nimmango ke follow nyin tata na nyaka sara ko kumanta kering flanja wonata nkombe wo condemn la akan na jiko nyin aka fenne tandi je wo manke futi me alon ko nyanna kalo wo kan kaje ko wala be kalantol la ke tasi leñu fo dalilo mon kam bambina o dalilo nyin baka chara janne na fu nyame ndimo say mo nyako ni jibeti je I don't even care kafuko nyinto nya pour kafo abeni molela relationship o dala katinya. That is a no-go area for me as far as I'm concerned. Nyinto nya menna da menya na kafu mbesi dale ngafo kuluba kono bari nyonya ko jibeti je nimme mawo to nya nyintano wo mu la problem rati mo be mo kambe no ku kilinkam andu nawo kambe mbali afana wo tenkela motimi ano ka ben kala enemy solati planja mo be men ka chala jam wala mun ndedi am la ñu DP ni wala including myself malon fo nga sude le fo ma sude ka fo ben kuma e be lori ngi dem batun kam dolla nyo kelendo na nyo baindo wala be chance di kan wala andung wala be wina ni manke ku bawo ini mod be nyola men yalon ko ya itandila ko nyine mekere ya itandila ko ite sonnalma albake ku kan almantara ke ku kan ko ite sonnalma ningo kafo be wos batun nyala wo bawla ndol dam mal be nyola yamran tol be wina no ban nyina mo kuma kamati na memfo andu ngi fo dalilo la kam mbaka chala jam ndedu na ku kono be ni yalon ko controversy la meti I'm not going to even go to those areas because woman can take a controversy from the dinner woman can take wala sa mo kanin yin kun fa bali atiya mo mbe ke kan nanten I know what to say I know how to put out my opinion and I'm very very measured nimbe wokumon fola wol man ke ndi ko isila ta modela but nibe ka fo kono you go by the principles of kafo sako kafo me yalon ko yakano imanya na kila moti me yalon ko ifon lo muro dala itara soka it doesn't make any sense as far as I'm concerned wala sa munta mo kamo engage and it's given me a huge peace of mind. You don't react to any negativity online, you don't react to any negative energy anymore. This is a solution of me alone abe work outcome very very well and you can also try this. Janinga dum wato janing honorable Swane binara be ku clean address letter Gambia nin ku boita ni moli ku funde na social media jannin dolka funting ben reaction lu funting la wo nyin kam alinka katabang ka ku nyin ka dunya na funtinya nyin ka long yanni be diamo le be la opinion di la ku jama kam alinka katabang be opinion di la ku nyin men kam nga fahamo sodu ye nga idea sodu ye jannin be diamo la na info mundali la kama this week kunun konin kunun ngajele reaction jamale beki kan social media especially kabo mol block on many ko if I'm commanding ko journalist or dol ko mo concern Gambian or leti e mo ge fam commanding political party kono commission of inquiry local government commission KMC corruption of fundita wala to mona mu corruption o nyenti wala mu Lord Mayor Talib Ahmed Bensouda 2029 ngamera di ngari member ay moler ki kada passport kamay nang kabonang Senegal banko nyinkam wo passport kabring volta ka passport nyinta na Senegal nyamera ye 2 days ke ye padia mo dila na je so nyim padia mo nyin wala kata problem moti but men dia mata commission auto boko mo sabalam now nganna kis lol ke nyina ning mo lu dia mata pour ka je ko nga lo ko ni ye banka ka ko ni ka bandi nyoko to ya jale ni ko boy ta Gambia an kan ta mota jandim be diam la ko ni it doesn't make any sense ko fundi tan nga jombe akam ben fongo dundila wala to ben fongo la credibility nyambati nyala ni to ko mu journalist solati wala to ko mu reporter lede in any form ni ko fundi ta janni ke la take ni samba kam ikana dung mo kasida wala kan e fon la credibility nyintinya akata bang yikiskisiro nyi do mandin ko ba hanni be korotori mola ngay bokoto nin ku ya moy ala ma fon la e kalo la fulo yikiskisiro ke mol ko wala ke minyalon ko they are worthy yela profession ya respect ila own morals ya bunya ba. So this is what happened. Lord Mayor Ahmed Bensouda sometime in 2019 I ala passport ben Canadian embassy bring ala passport pareta ya demand puru ay ala passport yin kama afango mantano kada passport kama but because mission nyum cancel la mission on it because Lord Mayor official trip na bidala wala la passport yin na de bidala Senegal then womu official trip lati puru kada Senegal kada la passport yin kama because the trip yin akada trip on yin mafola was a trip for the council. So for at a phone bidala passport kamalana or as a monkey men bidala passport kamalina as a monkey men bidala passport hodo so an medicine for no use ko be ko la WhatsApp la no bet na programme ko commencer la already den na rata member ko medicine for no use probably nga nyike so at the phone that passport at the phone na kada passport kamana but at the phone ma wado so do passport fo sita kamana so anata moneke ayala drive for ki woni mo killing program passport ni kamana meye dia mo ke commission to bo hani date for I mistake also to ateko from on the 4th to on the from on the 1st to on the 4th I know one man for wolf man natally so literally tilifulalamu Lord May way kiro ka wala I drive for ki and the mo killing ben bita passport ni kamana ba wite mo killing kila ite mo killing kila no kara Senegal ite mo killing kila no pro kara Senegal kara passport ni kamana so I drive for ki aninga te formula ngamira personal assistant pro kara passport ni kamana from Senegal Beli dala wala Senegal. Of course, it is not Senegal. We look for ya expert when you nakamurun na kanana Gambia. So ilawo tani kono na ye 2 days on you ye padia mo nyendira. Is that illegal? Umanke kuti me alonka illegal ta. Umanke kuti me alonko mubo kumandila corruption na fongola. That is just a normal thing. That is just a normal thing in our system. Padia mo lang. Abeluwa lo kono misalfe. So niko padia mo asiagale. Ndolnya makadamento kele wolon padiyam system woni ngawo kele collectively nga bonding na government system woni kono nga bonding na civil service system woni kono but ka foko mungo Lord Mayor mo la ki mo fula puka dala passport woni kamana albo wala jela ko mungo wala mu corruption woni then benyo to yi kane but now just look at it mo men fon benyi poni tak ngi ba amplify ka ndol balon na nyaari la ko mungo ñunu manke mu katerent look ni la mo kili wuti men yalo ko lutu jangi bakar baji ya defend Bakar Baji la padiyam allegation. Bakar Baji Gambia masa kundala kodo. Ministry of Youth and Sport kodo men na kadu mo kono bakar baji wo kodo ni nata ay ticket do sangala musoy ala muso tata katara tuki banko kam anata kadi mo fanata kadi ala musola. These are the very people many along lota they defended bakar baji on that corrupt practice, on that immoral act. These are the very people many along lota they defended bakar baji, but not only defended bakar baji, they also campaigned for bakar baji. Aliari nambale bakau when that unethical rhetoric abe foka meyo talib Ahmed Bensouda na bakau. These are the very people many along kebe bakar baji or convoy auto. They were standing there and on kabrin wo biti munyim banda wo kuma jawol men forege none of them ye safarike kawo condemn yo wo kuma furi won men fo meyo jele brama idiam tagel jele brama yo kuma furi won faigel karafa baji I think it's karafa baji that API sila mo mane bodi am tagel awo kuma furi won fuje so bokuma furu be for the mol menya wolman diamu man fam forward they defended Bakari Baji on that corruption kala musota kasamba toki kapadia mo fananta kala muso nyinjo ala muso mantara do bola Ministry of Youth and Sports amanda do bola masakunda kapadia mo ta kadia la musola wolman Bakari Baji condemn no bola ibalo nalko these people lack the moral audacity, the moral justification through kajeko to come up with anything. Corruption, especially in the sides of Lord Mayor. You may be just to come and put every smear campaign because yes, smear campaign it failed. In 2016 they did it, they failed. 2018 they did it, they failed. 2022 they did it, they failed. So these are failures. Many are long if they come firing. So if you're correcting, and if you're correcting more from Pulu. Adaibula kuriya fa ko de kebat la follow o kuriya mi fa ay fodum follow e kebat la fa ay fodum follow so say baje la ko tol men be rosta ye allegation wol nyinti first e baje la ko mo false information false allegation ke be bore kan wala e ko mo saba load me yoy wala ki when it was just two people ay mo fla ki amanke mo saba. Okay, so Lord Mayo move lalaki amanke mo sabat ay move lalaki prukata kala passport ni ka kamay ng Senegal wo mo flo ni drive phone ni nala fo la personal assistance I believe so kabeli dala passport ni kamana idara lumen ni man na wo dum la usamo do idara so idara lumen na yela gele usamo yela gele na rasen no le na so they were paid the padia they were paid that padia and ita flo no war is illegal, war is immoral because by looking at things Ni Lord Mayor from Tata. According to the analysis, members spend well from Besiala new move flow better because he was going to be paid $500 per diem, I think. 500 US per diem or flight tickets. So ye me na from bidala flight ticket la. I flight ticket or some. I hotel on your book. I per diem on in sort. Ibajala ko KMC Lord Mayor from Menke costing I will from reduce KMC come. But you can only understand this ning ayatra nung kukuha ning ibaji beka ning hatilo be alonko ilafta katonyale establish imantra witch hunting na wali mantra kamfare mo kama. This is the hard fact. This is the hard fact. Secondly, ibalo na honorable honorable Malo Feka Moy.
Yes nke mwele sanyi kefende. Yes, I can well sanki. I can hear you. I can hear you.
So, but Albaro na nyamen ko mo ni mo you manke mo ti yalo ko just approve mo kay dang kumbate fa because municipal men mo ti jiganta wala bis. Bregama area council commission of law regelo. Slipo sanko. Jonga Jen, how many millions of Gambian dollars may ya long ko commission ya establish le ko nyum le liye woko do nyinta ya kala monti Among all these people, many are be jumping and KMC and KMC and normal transaction on left a portray more corruption along. Mojelle be you know many are they even wrote about Silfo Songola leadership become area council about Jeng, about Jonga, and these are the people many are they defended Jeng and Jonga Kabri Yankuba Daboni Benola because he called Jeng and in Jonga Wolman Kuke member Jarala Kajeko ye Bondi la Palasolto. Wolman Kuke member Jarla ye Bondi la Palasolto. Eka moy la honorable, ika moy diamba, matre moy kam. So ibajala ko, you know man Jeng Jonga imam wol fongolu. Imam wol fongolu fanga. Okay. Oh, he's hearing me. Alal haku beni malawin daw sa na mbela fong jeka. Okay. So ibadong ay nan then nga bula ade diamu ay mol fanga. Okay. Honorable, you can come back. Nga randa may problem. So you can come back ibajala ko isina then ite diam. So ibajala ko you know man Jonga ni Jeng imam wol fongolu condemn no. And they don't even wrote anything to criticize that. The millions of Gambian dollars is involved. Jongani Jeng na transactional kono plus Silfo Songo himself. Modi nyunu kono many ya lonko will formally moral audacity to criticize that, to condemn that. But you can jump in on KMC la normal transactional la pruka jeko mungo to stay in UDP la executives, especially Mayor Bensuda, Kajeko, he is corrupt. This is the thing that they want. They are waiting for this. For all the UDP, Alfal Momo Yalon Kebu do blah. So you remember Unka Wolo Mupru UDP la executive for Tolian Menson, Walando UDP led councils, Itolian mention on corruptions and corrupt practices. They can pick it from there to amplify this smear campaign against UDP. But sadly, Njol comrade soul, Njol militant soul, we don't understand this. We don't understand this. We are continuing fighting one another. We are continuing fighting one another, insulting one another, and labeling one another as enemies, of progress simply because differences in opinions. Ninjola differences in opinions. Wakanta fonka yon label as enemies. Ndolnya mira nunkombe naka kambeng one opinion be naka kambeng woloto. So nimman kambeng no one opinion auto, you label this other person as the enemy of progress. You label this one as haters. You label this one as devils or whatsoever, because you are hearing and seeing all these names. Bimba for jam aisanea. In details, but Bimba for jam aisanea. Nimu ka wole mira ko mun bebe kala kankilet and you mo lowo opinion differences only ite ka wole ka personally fu alkatara nyo challenge online alkatara nyo gara wole kan online, even calling names. Then shame on all of you, big shame on all of you. It doesn't want it. Look at what just happened. Look at what just happened. Imagine our enemies, many are on cable and cable, but who patiently. Imagine foundation and Yaitan in metal batunkane. Imagine Yaitan the Mola metal batunkane. Metal batunkane, Kurumbasor Lanyame. So what are we gonna do when we are, continue fighting one another? Honey be even today, the rest of roller, Benyo Chalenka. The best of all, Benyo Chalenka, honey bee. Yes. Honorable Inimbara Abarakabaki, sorry for me down first, because for some reason the Michael Mantre but it's okay, Molia in our Sandor. Honorable Bisamol Kontong, Katabake, Ganila Watu Jenibaki, Yemul Bondu Kumba, Monebe caring, Allah Plan Solkono, Bawitelamu UDP Youth President. Ye more update about Fabila home welcoming, because now understand who you are planning something nationwide from Mobe from the Nang ye Pabi welcome. So ning ibamon album plan kang de jumalemu aning mola garden console bekala mun honorable.
Abaraka baga kekendo malo falka moy bang. I don't know. There was issue of technicalities in in the audibility of the Fenko. But man falcam mo yo man.
Yeah, more very clearly.
Okay. Thank you very much, Kekendo. But I just want to, before I do Pabi level commento, I came across a disturbing Fenko false narration me along kabunang Molbula trying to tarnish the image of party members, particularly our elected members. So I want to take this opportunity not to take Mantorotia for 2 minutes, proving some clarity the party members or learning Banco Bela with regard to the issue of this local government commission. Ngajele, there is a kind of a letter, an internal memo that is going around. Member Tandikang for the Lord Mayor of KMC, Menketa, Lord Mayor Kalbe Ahmed Ben Sudati, trying to associate him with a kind of malpractices as far as council operations are concerned. Brim Bilemu today Bilemu Moya later on is here inbox. When I went through the letter and then I found that definitely Kamunta Kudurong Gambianulu, we don't have a kind of a goal to fight for. We just want to be kind of I'm sorry to use it, but a bunch of or a basket of cockroaches. Meya lonko kilo mukala kilo estele santo. Ite tesela lante tesela Akamunta Kudurong Gambia lafta kafe wallet. Minata Gambia la politiko jibi Akamunta ko bala fa pakale. Wala tuna bring inception Biriyan commission said moja mabe genuine citizen mobe amira ko mobe menje wolminto ko it was kind of a witch hunt. Yamellandi United Democratic Party has an opposition-led councils. Yalandu le kama puruka ulel hunt, but it was not meant to promote accountability or to bring sanity in the local governments of the country. Because Ning Atra, the purpose was to bring sanity and to ensure that we correct the wrongdoings of public servants and civil servants in general. Namiro to Ning commissioner I call mensong and revolutionary nata Ning commissioner me along mobe banko di mobe nyante kawuli simple kan ka call address. Because Wolel Mukod me along we all know they are not in line with the functions and operations of council as far as good governance is concerned, as far as transparency is concerned. Sirifos Sonko with the Camera Council, revolutionary menketa jem beling our moy. But this is not even about Sirifos Sonko. I want to just correct the saying it is not about Sirifos Sonko as a party, but it's about lack of having correct decentralization to give the autonomy of hiring and firing power to authorities who are elected. So we need not through this council debate, even if it was under Triple Sonko, but the 90% or 80% of embezzlement in those councils, they were all done by people who were appointed by the central government through the local government, Minister of Local Government. So the millions embezzled in those NPP-led councils, more mantra will jeka. But you look at how UDP as an opposition-led council, how they were trying to correct and make sure that local governments, councils, supposed to be service delivery to the people, and it must be effective and efficient to the interest of the public. UDP-led council will be our trial to bring sanity in their operations, to make sure that they are accountable to the people. And I think they have made that objective. So the obstacle to that, may along go kita kole akoti mbele nyaje, may wolandikang wole mu the ruling party trying to impose people whom we all knew ko ibulol notale corruption okonola into the affairs of council. But central government tried to defend them by all means. Kajoko do wolmitala molenti and wolto manyana kanno. In that regard, they did everything possible to ensure that walla taroja nasabato operation to aisabati, not even looking at the interest of the public. So be ninataje this letter an internal memo because ning atra mobile natra kurialamu Talib would not have wrote a written memo. He would have only did it in a verbal directive. But because UDP is not meant for that, we want to make sure that we are whole accountable to what we do. Yeah, we are whole accountable to whatsoever we do as far as public offices are concerned. he did the right thing to write an internal memo directed to the right authority for an operation or a function that is entirely and 100% council operations. So council la function or nibo kela, he did not hire it outside to assign somebody out of council to do that operation. But what he does is to assign the council PR manager, which is definitely someone who nobody can say go amanya nakawo. And to me, it is also in line with trying to consider, look at the sensitivity of council's economy by not himself forming a delegation to go to Dakar. What he did is, I think this is in line with UDP principle. What we to minimize cost because we have to consider a high accommodation for him. We also have to consider security for him. We also have to consider that a travel delegation would have been more than 5 people or 6 people. You understand? And then one more day, as far as it is council's operation, they have to be getting even mayors are no matter how cost he might have he might have maybe forgive his own per diem. But the reason for the other people, may alang kunani tata ala odli lunala security lo panuletale. Nanul tata nu abol jola pa demolale, and the transport for those people also must be catered for. So wisely, I think this other one is more far reasonable than molbe memira me yalang ko anyanda. So for me, to me, unless otherwise happen, but I don't think genuine people, if we don't want to be like a witch hunters waiting for only the revolution from this side, this other side, we shouldn't be even acting this thing like it is a serious matter. Manya na kaje wali. So left akawo patio dingol be kumando la kapoko. Let us not be accomplished in such allegations because these are cooked, they are tailor-made to ensure that whatsoever they can do to tarnish the image of the members of the UDP. And if one UDP member's image is tarnished wrongfully, ala lonko, it is the party's image that is wrongfully been tarnished or targeted. So therefore, it's not in line with national interest and it is purely corruption. Nobody will back anybody for that one. But as far as we are concerned, the Democratic Party, ngan haklo to back ele, na member solu inyanta kamuneke ani manyana kamuneke ngaklo tola. So momo ni manyana ka pempen use regardless of your opinion or your differences to ensure that you think nyim mol many along they are detractors even nyim senior campaign men we also fall into those traps and make sure that we join them and make sure that we think that we are going against an individual. No, we will be going against ourselves because nyim memo nying is a wrong memo. Nyim left capitalize menka comme nga fa nyamena drom mo ni ko dro e kasunyaro leke ko tale because be comparing ne be concorrer ne pour que UDP la pole leje. So they think so this will be an advantage,
exactly,
a better advantage to be in the
this is exactly what I was saying here. Okay. Exactly. Iba korontoring ka to label UDP as a corrupt political party, even our UDP-led councils, imagine funded corruption on Yunkono. But to my surprise, most of the people meant from baby as you said, BSC, a lot of corruption. Me alonka revealed unraveled the BSC. We've never seen any of them taking that into account. We've seen most of these people defended Bakar Baji on that podium scandal. Me alonko Bakar Baji himself later apologized and agreed that it was not in line with the laws of the podium given and acquisition on it. So by the saying, nobody should even entertain these people. For you to be doing entertain, it's like you are for instance. And later also, details of the commission on your phone was later on found out to be not true because commission order equal 5 days. Is it 4 days? When literally woman get Tonyati and KMC have proven all those things, woman get Tonyati. Also, it will go more sabai and later move and the move make it make sense. Therefore, and a PR. This is exactly what's supposed to be done. And the cost. Then you move loan many key. Where cost you because from Senegal to Gambia, leave a flight ticket on Kundula. That's how much. It had a what loan main base spend again. He's going to be in the hotels. And then I'll clearly Lord Mayola Padium is not going to be the same as the other Padiums. His Padium is going to be higher than the others. So Honorable, just continue. I just want to highlight this point.
Thank you very much. I think you get it all right. So let us just leave it as that. We urge the public to put eye on UDP, but let us be genuine in how we definitely address them, because UDP whatsoever we accuse the Barrow government, purely you find it that is what has happened with the government of Barrow. So we don't falsely accuse Barrow government, but we come with evidence and things that are definitely no, no, to the doorstep of everybody to ensure that the Maroya are verified whether coming for Barrow Mansakunda wrong or right. So Nimmo Bonimpana UDP accused that in anything, make sure that you have genuine reasons. Go with it civilizedly and in class, so that the public will benefit in process of accountability. So I want to raise my case on that. Just to come to ila inin ka propose yin pona wala min to ko alala ma ko kan inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the party leader and secretary general Alhaji Usaini Mukunda Dabo, ay muru menke kata party wala do ko wala bring Europe lembang whereby diaspora convention bakiji and party leader Mabetaji, and then Wasif Rohimalik Law, and then the former finance minister and national treasurer of UDP, and in the national president of United Party, Ajiam Ndau and in Uncle Amadou Sane, respectively. So Yakatakol Menkeje, upon their return, Ngajele party leader do Kubabe Panakidang, Biriwato Mena court without taking any time or following, even I call it due process, only one absent from court, UDP la case fine and banta against the local government. So partly that return quickly to come and follow up that case, because I think it is going to be very right for the people of this country to deserve a just. So another case in Pasuto Supreme Court. Ngajele, the president is not happy about that one also. So I call men highlight against the party that will be moile. So but party that wasted no time. I done US fana damen to yalonko the Democratic Congress Joe Biden and ala party Kamala Harris invite more invitation to their convention damen to yalonko, they were there to endorse Kamala Harris as their presidential candidate for 2020 for November coming this 2024. So partly the participated yepana I anin dunia mo kuma balu fana bentaje and then najele ko I kata kuma benke ka Gambia fola image ka awafi ka promoto the next level. Wokola fana wokola ngajele na Atlantan kolu they organized a congress and a fundraising wokono la Gambia dinjama bentaje dolfon yalon me yalon ko banki in quality in that inata fundraising ba ko Gambia kodo ya $1.4 million ya worres in only one night. Wo kodo nyin be reskan pour ka Gambia le fintindi ka do campaign katani kodo lela wo kodo nyin 2026 pour ngatano malla fika sembening mo kunkinna kungolla business malo ni wasifa pour ka banko tayle wolia ni mansa kunna nada. So purely ikaje party la mind men dole ko mo la patiol min patioti and wo mo le ngata ke blodo ni patio ko la manya naka njiko sembe mo kunkinna kungoda mala pour ala kodo ndije ka patio tayle wala ni mansa kunna da kata ko ala ta kala pa banko dingol ka. So that principle of the party and will continue to approve itself. From Atlanta, the party leader proceeded to Minnesota. Diamond along they raised over 21,000 US dollars, also equivalent to almost nearly 1.5 million dollars or 1.4 million dollars is over that. So wokola panakoteke we had that stiatu Diamond along ko nitel mamanda Diamond akamoto ko mobeka tenkunne. Ifanalia another Congress and fundraising Bakumandi on the 28th of this month, 2024. Damente Alonko, all our dignitaries that are elected, that are elected by local governments, the people of this country, starting from Banjul, her worship Lord Mayor Malik Law, coming to KMC, her Lordship Menketa Talbi Ahmed Ben Sudati, and then going to the Kamera Council, the chairman of the people, Menketa Yankuba Daboti, proceeding to LRR, the chairman who is there for the people all the time, he want to ensure that rural urban migration of stop. He want to transform the rural councils and the rural communities to be like the urban communities. So these are people may along Ibebe Mabela that share to Congress to and in fundraising to, and we expect that the party definitely will go a success may along and in Mancia, because they want to compete in fact with the diaspora convention in Spain, whereby $9 million was raised. So Wokola, the party leader will wrap up his trip in that. So now I will wrap up until Gambia jang what we know ko Kual Kahme ko Teranga. So ngalon ko party leader definitely na trate tin kata kubal keno Gambia dingolien katu yimbe mo le pour ka Gambia le fintendi. Comme a found nyasa pe nyamel dron ako he's in this struggle for this generation and the brighter picture to build a brighter picture for us the young people. So until for the young people, we also wanted to welcome him here in the Gambia to ensure that what he is doing for us, as far as our generations are concerned, to prove to him that we are also ready to join him in the struggle to liberate our country from a bunch of cartels for Ninkel Dundi drug kola, because we saw the level of drug imported in this country. So on the 6th of October 2024, party leader will land in the Gambia here at 6 p.m. But at 6 p.m., Patio will welcome him. Will organize a welcoming ceremony for him. May along activity be start around 4. But actually, more Patio dingo be dauda. Mo kana mo nyinenka like motobe mintole mala motobe damen. Because nga mo le barona la mol kamen ko me UDP intel kam mo le transport ke bonga la tara Canada. But we want to prove him wrong. Ka for UDP ko until we are always answerable to any event UDP may organize, and wherever it is done or it will be organized, nka murule nga taman singolla nga dumotol kolla nga sakulolta nga masimalta nga taw wali. So laftale October karotil woro Gambia dingo be même yalon ko be Brikama West Coast region Sukuta be de mbenga airport walimbang katana party leader ka welcome ka tandi Gambia la ani Gambia dingo be bantal banko ni sina na flo ka funo nyoma pour ka Gambia pintindi nte fana si lolo le nga niyo la pour ka nying banko pintindi katu ngajele election o na kete jam masakunda ka election o tale ka sunya bar wo sunya ro ka kemen wala mi ko e buka Gambia dingo jele parere pour ka lo ka la banko ke la katekso defend. So the welcoming of party leader, it will be a sign kaje ko ning kumandiro ko watu wadu ka mo ali dan kunna pour ngata na katol defend ala kana ke ning kato sunya dam ko ning sungol be nyola comme dol ka kafu nyamena comme keren kafo molu wonni tiwol ka tara wala sunya la ka ya dingol kono la. So therefore lafitale on the 6th pour ngaji tandi ko 2026 we are ready in case anything that happen with regard to election malpractice nim party wala nyatu ko la kumandiro ko ali ngandan kunyola banko dungo parela pour que dankunyola. I'm not preempting what is happening to that 2020 but I want to see Gambians are ready for their country. Gambian left ajala kume be parere na banko enne and o pare mo pour ngan dankunyola ngak mando dankunyola and o danko dol mo pour ngan parti leader nga bunya to dia mani lungo la minkata okto karoti woroti nkana lo ngam patio ka foko men patio moto na leba ani ete membe je tulum patio te nyata kana so ete atra e blu ngela jifo kolla 20 membe bulu ya paso jo yata airport 50 membe bulu yata airport mbari mbe fana nga mabe fana ko deke katu parti nga expect le ko abe vote of thanks dilale pipeline wolungola so wo vote of thanks din leftale molia ma peje kan dun ala ma ko wolungola ma malwe kala parti la bunda dala katnalo ko lunda wana ta ko men aka bunya men mo bunya dilale kon dirol ndi amul fola diamul men yalon ko ay men ko gambe dadi wolen bantala bankol do abenala bol ka chala molen wolungola ala korda bundala. So mo be nyante ka katale men be bakaw canifing is canifing south layout men be ol beto be nyata kam make sure le parti la korda bundala wolungola je mo kana hani ni ji dula sodo si lodula kana sodo je wolungola. So jotu ankolu ni fana expect tale ndin kolu kana la tunda sabe je paji kunda abuko lameng kata fo banjul ndinyol nga expect ko silo kan wal o lungola silo kan be kala yolti. So mo be idan kunda parti la mo dolale ka wave ka dun banko kanjang katu mole mati ay ni banko kumandle bri 1996 abelu la mento anani mam faling anani mam bata anani mam fido. So ntel men ya lon ko aben kilo men be kan telelien ntel fana manyen na ka telaw do ko tu adam mabulla nyanda ka mi so do ko ngaken tel tati na ya ke ntel sumen do fana ngawo dunde je wala min do ka sewondi ka niyo dia diala ka do ni moy do ko kay do ko be alo ka kala sata imam fe so do men dilala bare nimbara kay manyana ka pori wala and hani mo tara pon la kunko kan ni kayen ko nimbara aka sewonde sakatuma mo me yalon ka be dila kunko ta be ma ko la abe do ko kelen sudum kilo ni ma jono ko penna bare ni kay nimbara do wo mo sewo balde to wo sewoni laftaka woledi na party dala the choice of the people me alonko he spent his entire life and career in fighting in a struggle me alonko ya buteje in a struggle me alonko ya kobe latan kwaria latan baro ma pisalendi ablo nga simfulo kandro ako gambia la funding kerjante ke fanso tole. So namidoto if young people want to ensure that they have a country like what we yearn for ngamen banko men hamme the likes of His Excellency Ala Uten Kuna Dabo manya na kaso nyine kanam. So in October 6 lungolo minti me ko kendo laftal ali albe al campo gambia dingol kan mo kana mo nyini ka ko moto bala min tole ka laftal ka tambiwo fanala tani laftal patio dingol yalon ko telem patioti so itelawo moto be me expect le ya wo moto nyanta ka boyti lelia so mobe ye fam mobilize mobe le yalo nyanta ka moto so nyame na bara be am make sure that on the 6 jam fatale e paso mo nyanta ke tan ye wulunga wo ka fu nyuma do yalla ndi fankan ata chala dala kemeti membe sinda airport on anim pipeline so mobe akata silol kan taring UDP dingo do siar yundum ko mi ngafa nyamen na UDP buka banje taboko do nyolena wala yeta fo nema kunku nyolla velingara nyol kunku janyol mbe nga penti nga itande barola ko 2026 hanasi muneke baro defa wara dem because te kabi defa yaho baro nyande katale ka bankoti nyadal bankoti nyala in the sense that nyanga sanjita nekeji o sanjita ko la mamfendi na manke balula party o sanjita ko la mamfendi na manke corruption oti me alon ke fam kama yandi comme afon ya fanya men ko la min tamnyol usen la lafta ko li dale wolbe mutu bal men borndi kan amalla fo la jela ala tawle bo yakin condition le ko la so ba nata la min tamnyol ni barobe e so ko mutu bal ko la ntel gambe ngol ordinary ntel be min tole stenu ko atete dahala nata fana maje ko gambe la karamudo dinolu e kana lo silo kan imam boso soto amalla fike dahana kajel ko marse kendo soto gambe musoli andu marse me yalon ko nitale tuwa firo keno si dingol la karamu tano ka jo ako in fact atman la fi gambe dimo fonje gambe musol fonje la anin gambe amba wululalu ibe fongol dingol la karamu tala ka jo alafta men wala ko yudi masa ko da yanta ka lo mo la dingol la karamu la le green primary school kata fo amba secondary school free education wala nyanda kataraje so momo yalon ka lafta ko banku sifa so jang ya bay fonni kelu masakuna contrat ko lay be ni ba to talaje kajo ko ni mecho sodo ila company contrat bitar la ngemi alon ko kala fonni ke compagnie da maldi momme yo hamme sifa no ngane sifa sodo ngamira nyanta ka wo parele sainting wo man sakunda tifani ngawonati nyimba ko kanja ando mu UDP da mal so ni nata jibe na kumando be molto do pour ka lon simple ka parere ndiro ke ka mowel ko me alon ko patio nyaton ka patio me alon ko ay même fudi ala fudo ko la wala mu gambiati wala mu ka gambia fintindi nga tawoni poare ba kono la ka criminalia danjang ka tunyaro ni tapaliata ka a danji banko kanjang banko dingola so don ka murdi banko dingol fon kan pour banko dingolu e se nyanno ila banko to yata nyaato nyaato tame yalon ko mobe si kontana la kekendo
Baraka bake honorable. Thank you so much. Impanambe flyer de la re be share with you. Ibajala ko say ko ni amplify ni wala so it's really going to be something me along from better like announce like every single day and I will share this information with some of our platforms Ibajala ko we can all keep advertising it about what we do. Thank you so much for the insight, man. I really appreciate this wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You always welcome, and my doors are always open to you. Thank you.
Okay. Madam, wala mo honorable Haji Suwanati albeya moyle. Yine katadia ya yele ngabem fokan jam honorable nata the same I will for. Wala mo na kachala first segment ojenti. Mba kumu fala ko deke. Mba kumu fala ko deke. Ninku wobo ita janinka dia mwala alinga kata nka lo ku nyi ba nyi mantra nyi fokan yudi ngol yembe nyi fokan na enemies of progress all here wala me nempa ita beta mo yes so nyine mo ku nyenti alinga kata ba ke nka woke aning yudi ngol fana na sute ko mun ko mol lel bekeri men ya ko wol kata larin ne in fact nga nyingi gambia dam malato oppositions ikatara oppositional attack instead of ntolnitol beka tax jo meya tinyaro mesifa bebe ke kanje instead of ngana energy new focus welcome eka oppositional ye katara opposition dol attack and this is what happened in the Gambia especially towards UDP almost all these opposition parties except GDC ekajele be camera no ni UDP la ruling government but obe metani wala mukafonya na barakonya kafula alpha principle mo babulo kono aning barako membala wobe ay wole samana now last topic be diabla menna skino bi dol ten commandira na bota ni programme to jam bari wo fana man jawya maken koti sakoni be ko fokan me yalon kak ni na moto nyati woto wo manke kuti damento yensilam moto ba dame yensilam wolomu ntol fongo dambalo ntol UDP ngol ngamem fo wolo nyenti alinga kata ninku obe yalon ko amanyan na kera na keta wato men na benga fo ko nyimmanyan na kera benga konta mola mu ini mesudia ta nyola bang mola mu ini mesudia nyola bang ita nyola mu bang ninku keta aboita amanke kuti menyan na kera wato men. Let's all talk about it and let's all condemn it, because nima will condemn ning a similar thing from somebody. Ita kan menje ko woman ke la moti wala manke la kafnyoti wala manke badenti, and you want to condemn that. To me, that is a double standard. That is going to be a double standard. Nganyim for dalilo kam. I condemned anybody UDP demo. Me yalo ko ika funte ika UDP dindo walanto menke ra kon UDP la executives. Ika downfall wale ka corruption of Mosuti and wala wale ka laf celebrate in any form. Then I been told UDP ngolo ni mo fu na da memfu la frakan na party wala executive form accused on any wrongdoings. As long as false allegation we have to stand by our party executives to the treat kaje ko mongo to fight for them. Because until then I know UDP la executives ninti yalo kala membulo kana alonga mantawla. But ndela ta menna nani executives so they are very truthful and loyal individuals. Many yalo ke be public office signed. Utoning from fundita. Hanging ayatra no from common ning mem from KMC Tony Halom. Let's even assume that Tony Halom UDP do be moral values of Lenyadi ite be from a downfall tala ibo was celebrate. That is undone. Manya naka was celebrate ibo celebrate la for what? UDP la downfall ite bo celebrate because new commission of malon for ngalo ne for malo ni government be sit de be kam batu na executive so dam bula la ki nyati la ni kamala ko ngo they wage that war against us. This is what all of them are waiting for. Imagine la korondo ya sabu honey transaction of me local, it was legal, it was within the confines of the law. Imagine korondo ya sabu yo from bemuta ge la manipulate to jump with it. Ka je ko mungo ka corruption uta ka sika kala na lord me kan KMC. So what nin ku kena nin force one kena wato mena alinga condemn. I applaud anybody, all the people many alonko loda against kamol condemn many alonko ike bringing corruption from going in basu dia kan lord me yo for la fa. I commend all of you one by one and umbele nga nakalo ngaitandi womo la komunko almang hajisoro albe menkela ka UDP la down follow ni UDP do ekawota eko celebrate just because of differences with opinions with the others. That is a shame on every single UDP member. Momo can sudia can you celebrate. But at the same time, men can condemn. Alfana yalon komungo, you are morally obliged. Kajeko men follow can will condemn. I have never seen any of you men being condemn can be. When Yunus Hydra, covering 2 weeks ago, he was going live speaking nonsense allegations about lawyer Usain Dabo, Amadou Sane, recently Lamin Sane, and young Dabo. Mune asabu alma wolfana condemn. Yunus Hydra, the traitor Mayan Kanata UDP, hiding behind his own agenda. When are UDP, are the UDP executives like Usain Dabo, accusing Dabo of corruption, land corruption, accusing Amadou Sane of not being transparent, insulting Dr. Mane, accusing young Dabo. None of you people, many your condemn can be many along many along they did that this shameful act to accuse Lord Mayor or to even associate corruption with him. We are condemning those people, and I applaud all of you for that. But at the same time, I feel ashamed on all of you. Yunus Hydra, none of you had that moral obligation Yunus Hydra to denounce Yunus Hydra, to condemn Yunus Hydra openly, simply because Aliyah Gelako Yunus Nala mentality at this particular point it's the same. Where sabung menyan nakarong ning almal condemn B sama naketa ning alkal bal condemn is going to be a double standard. And this is exactly my point. I'm not going to look at anyone's eyes. It doesn't matter. Main manyan nakela alim being alone being condemn at every single time. Because at the end of the day, tomorrow we are going to need one another. We are all the same. We just have differences in our opinions. So Yunus Hydra for 2 weeks, be insulting and demoralizing our UDP executives. Until UDP we see ourselves aligning with him at this particular point. None of us Yunus condemn openly openly on social media. We should have done that from that very moment. Come on, besides and them because mbajala loko albuka memfo alka bara wala alka memfo alka bara wala. We have to be truthful to ourselves. Let's condemn it because I'm late. But Yunus Hydra becoming so rude to our party executives, and we are muted on that simply because na choice and Yunus like choice for now they aligned, so therefore we have to keep muted on that and support Yunus emotionally. This is the level of hypocrisy in not to pick out. It's a pure hypocrisy. And I applaud all of you. Any UDP member, may along you even assuming KMC. Shame on you. I swear, shame on you people. Shame on all of you. But at the same time, no sense of and we should have condemned Yunus Hydra from the very spot. We dissociate ourselves from Yunus Hydra. But condemn because opinion and Yunus opinion aligned. And let me tell you one thing. But now what next? Now consent. What we've said to one another. So only truth. For me, I don't look at anybody. I say it's wrong. Opinion. I condemn it outright. And nunca condemn the family for condemn it. But Romanian Nakasabu, Nindo Yake, you will condemn Nindo Yake, you will Fakana. More because you don't man say. And it makes sense. It makes sense. Mokana song, Molakwaya Sabun, Ikamari, ye formula integrity yatia. Mokana song, Molakwaya Sabun, ye formula credibility yatia. So, but this is just what I want to say. Okay, Fender, thank you. Okay, say inbox now. So this is what I wanted to say. Not to go to Yangaki. Momo ka content ka hoko mungo many along the allegation like and KMC ka UDP do wait ko content. No, it can marry filter silola at this point. It can marry filter silola and this like a duala. And many are condemning and condemn it. Handing Jamabigi, well, moral justification also condemn. Jamabigi, medical condemn B. What the mama moral justification also condemn. Because William Yakasi moral Mayanko, the most rudest UDP supporter, Mayanka social media, Yunus Hydra, continuously disrespecting our party leader plus our party executives. You all kept muted on that, on decency. Simply because I can literally, I don't remember like a deal to lawyer, and you all kept muted on that. Nimbi alien don't condemn many along, they lost the way, celebrating the downfall of one UDP member. UDP didn't want to celebrate. You completely lost the way. Now you will condemn. Bravo to you. But shame on you for not condemning Yunus Hydra. Shame on all of you for not condemning Yunus Hydra. Yunus La rude, unethical behaviors have been making on social media. Should have been condemned by every single UDP member, and we all dissociate ourselves from that unruly behavior. Me alonko, I have Fokomongo, he's gonna continue doing that. Wala sawo, alinga katabang, alinga kadangari kilindi. Again, nimmanke kilindi, nyesi fale kana, and this makes no sense. This makes no sense. Two things, many alonko, they all the same, they all similar. You condemn this one and you kept muted on this one, because Allah's silence is like you endorsing what he is doing. You all endorsing what he is doing. That's why you kept silence on it, and that's why immediately these unethical comments from our own, comrades came, and they jumped up to condemn them. It doesn't make any sense. But our focus on tunnel vision, something Mealongo is not gonna take us anywhere. Tunnel vision on Miraka Woleto, we're going to converge at a point whereby Siloto Sodola, Mbebe Murana Yokanande. How do we look at each other at that particular point? This is what we should be asking ourselves. So look, this is the same family. We can have different opinions. What differences in our opinions attack on social media? What our differences woman term as enemies, term as how to call it, haters or whatsoever names, it doesn't worth it. Alinga accept we are not all going to agree on our opinions, and that is so natural. But whilst we are differs, while we differ in our opinions, Alinga make sure na collective goal we maintain, the unified UDP, the progressive UDP will maintain. The progressive UDP will maintain. That is what matters the most. Now, individual opinions. So maybe our opinion is never going to be fulfilled. Maybe we'll be fulfilled. Who knows? So neither going to opinion or more agree with that. For ila iteni mola agree bali our opinion la boy kuya sabate mana. Come on, umaje kumpa body why? Umaje maturity for but ofana manya na kasa bunga mudo lo fongo kono be fongo fala. I don't know why. Enemy social media long benye several last social media. I wonder how ndolbe mamuna fala no wali be. And I'm not even going to be surprised. The mal dolbe la bo enemy kilo lerkam to fight. No, this is a shame, man. This is a shame. Anyway, Ndembe dan like Janeto, Nafrika Minkisa no Bukasale, especially Honorable Swane, that was so good. I probably so we are going to make some flyers by the community Janjandi. Alinga information on share it's going to be a massive day on Delta Kenya Bendung Alpha na party leader, the Secretary General Ndela Nyatonko Muwaleti, and he's my choice. He's always going to be my choice. Nga Bendung, nga Samba, Danang Pipeline. As a Kafuning address day, I think that's going to be another wonderful day in the Gambia, because anytime such gatherings will be in Gambia, the wisdom in him, Ning Adiamuda, is just something you can't resist it. So, alinga being information on Yanga Jajan Gibajala Kunsafuday, Be Mulfana Bacon on the mini alongo to the Jiberola Sainting, Be Mulfana Hako Dana, Ning Electronungo Nokumafo, may ye find J. Behako Danila, Baringo Menfo, Alinga Kata, Nabara Walla Bank, Baby collected intellect, Nanata Sobilanyola, Nanata Jojala New Jauti, but in Bajal Komungona opinions of Farata. So we are not enemies. Come on, we all putting on the same cup. The same cup. Hani Besinola on Nisiboda, the same cup. Hani Besibola, Hani Besinola, Nisinoda, the same cup. many history for la jam but na Spain Congress wala jiara na kaf nyoma do ya jani kaf na sa do jam because na sa do ni na fly lanta damendo jam fata nyola bakel ya jala jam fata nyola bakel so nga sudo ni Spain meya ako mbela ni sudo Messi wo kan nga go mbam na fokan sibo ako ngawuri gafay kal ko do samana yaki ni yolo boxo ko ako do samana yaki ni yolo boxo ko kay wala ya ko ni ko ha ngay yudi la kata masa ko wala sa UDP la sura ka ko la pour ga je ko na fo de ni successful wala sa gabat mo gol ben sa o gela mentality la do mande but mo be I make and adu ngalo ko almost all these people be ko wala nya ning albesita min kal kontan bi fo be kal comfort wala mo ko kibar di mo Gambia ko especially the UDP executives that they are doing well. This is what comfort all of us. Look at what is happening in LRR today. Mbaji Bekam, sponsoring tens of students to the University of the Gambia and into the other institutions. This is the same thing that Young Dabo also said that he did. Some students who are studying abroad, outside. Some students are studying at the University of the Gambia. Some are studying at the primary and junior schools. These are great developments aside the infrastructural development in the various regions. Plus, KMC also is doing the same thing. Banjul City Council, the same thing. So these are some of the things that we should celebrate. Of course, Mbe Mambo the same region in the Gambia. And but we will always have differences in opinions. We will always have differences in our choices. But what differences mean, in fact, should bring us more closer than going to look at NBC. It just tells a lot about us. Differences in opinions. Worker adversaries, worker wale sambandol tema. It tells a lot about our political maturity. It tells a lot about our understandings as to differences in your opinions. Morgan was celebrated instead of you know, for that to defeat your purpose. So it doesn't make any sense. So I think we be truthful and be very honest to ourselves. Well, as I would day, because I don't joke with my principles. I don't joke with my values, especially in my dignity. I don't joke with that. I don't joke with that at all. I just need everything to make sure to safeguard that. So I will not be used by anybody, and I will not be tempted by anything. Kajeko mungo menya naka condemn ma condemn, wala to menya naka support ma support. I will never be dragged into that. May God forbid. I will never be dragged into that. Well, as I will be jamming a program, I wrote something that it's like I'm a new person, ignoring every single negative sentiment on social media. It's just something so lovely. Like Ila Brain can refreshly, you have that fresh memory again. It's like a born again. No man dear, but that is the best thing, and it's working perfectly. So for me, like we are even rivals. No. One thing that I always try to ignore, like to go back and forth, for instance, with my own comrades, with my fellow party comrades. No, I give distance, but you never see me going back and forth with a UDP militant online. No. Handling like a private conversation, that's where everything ends. But you will never see that online because it makes no sense. On social media, the words of fight and you come command like names. How about the EPs? EPs many along go. What about the economy in Italy? They want that, and those people are throwing words to our elders now. What happened? For instance, like new trade or Yunus Hydra. Look at Yunus throwing stones at our party leader. Calling him corrupt. And what did some of us do? We kept muted on that because we loved that ring tune. Because we are seeing Yunus as One of us. But today, remember, we have to learn our lessons. We don't have to allow people to control our mind. At the end of the day, they can turn anyhow. Look at Yunus, what he said 2018. Alama ale Gambia tanka UDP masakunda. Alama ale Jandi Gambia bebana ale Gambia tanka UDP masakunda. Yunus le nyufo. Even though Kabila naga UDP, many people were hurt by this word, but they accepted him, including myself, wholeheartedly accepted and welcomed him. And even today, I celebrate him, but not on this nonsense. And that is why every decent UDP supporter should dissociate yourself from Yunus Hydra. So what I said, I was very ashamed. We ignore that Yunus Lawo rude attitudes, and we want to act wholly today to condemn these people. Of course, these people should be condemned. I condemn Yunus Numflota. I think that is what's supposed to be condemned first, openly, not even secretly. Openly, and lastly, please, comrades, the difference is all. Akana adversary dundin tema. I always say this. The differences in our opinions. Wakana adversary dundin tema. Bemo kilolet billahi. Bemo kilolet. I remember kumul fay kay nyoka ngalo ne ko ni do ni ko ya ko so do bi monitor ko ya remember tam la di other person ne mengo kumul fayaka. Bemo kilolet billahi. We are all the same, and the heart soul are well connected. So let's uphold that. The similarities may share is greater than the differences only in Minnesota. I think having a difference is just on one point. The rest of it, similarities already. So let's celebrate that. We have more in common than what we have in difference. So let's celebrate that. Let's uphold that. And build a bigger force, a bigger UDP force. Mayalongo 2026 is going to outlaunch Adam Abaro from the State House, and then we all enjoy a progressive Gambia on the UDP leadership. I think now, okay, that is what is going to take us. That is what is going to take us forward. Billahi, wala ben sambala nyato. Wala ben sambala nyato. I think I concentrate Adam Abaro la Masakundaka. That is our common enemy. Barola Masakunda is our common enemy. Any other person may along Kakamola attention Muta Kawole Fanka UDP la Alpha da Kawol Attack is an enemy inside, just like Yunus Hydra. I will say this: Yunus is an enemy inside, not because of anything, but because of his disrespectful attitudes towards the party leader. Just a week more than Spain, he did that nonsense without disregarding every single thing meant for Spain, disregarding it and coming back to disrespect our party leader. That very moment. Now, from that day, it has been sequential. Every single day, he's disrespecting our party executives. I mean, just look at it yourself. Inside, you won't be guilty. I mean, and it is not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling because inside, you won't get guilty. Alma studio diala ala barka bake fo sam